Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, folks. Welcome to M1 Racing and another round of the GFR Ironman League. This will be round 5 after 2 weeks break since the last one. We were in Singapore last time out, where Maxi put in another strong performance to come home to take victory there in what was a pretty tough race. Not everyone made it to the end, and sadly, I don't wish to remind you of this, David, but my guest with me again on the stream for Ironman is David T, and David's going to keep me company and the rest of you folks as we attempt to survive another 100% race with the GFR Ironman League. We only found out about the track an hour ago, or about 50 minutes ago. We are going to be in Spain this week, a track that's known to many of us, but it's knowing the track and then trying to survive 66 laps is going to be a real challenge, and you'll get to watch that on my stream from my point of view, but I know many of the other drivers are also streaming as well, so you might be able to find those and take a look at them. But I do want to welcome David T back for another week of Ironman. Good morning, David, to you in your part of the world. How's things?
Good morning. It's pretty good. And excited for another fun Ironman. Hopefully it goes better than last week for me.
Well, indeed.
That's all I can ask for.
Remind everyone what happened last time out in Singapore for you.
About halfway through the race, decided to get just a little bit too close to the wall and just kissed it a little bit too much. And it took my front left tire along with it.
Game over. So very sadly for David, he went alongside Srivatsa and Drift King last time out in Singapore. I managed to scrape home in 7th, but I think that's only just through dint of actually staying on the track. I was lapped by pretty much everyone other than Roadrunner. I think Roadrunner was possibly running on AI by that point, but still points in the bag. Mac T, as I say, came home, and that is the winner. And if we look at the driver's standings, we have probably only got one more round of Ironman. I had a quick chat with SS7 earlier. I think we might squeeze one more in before we go to F124 after this. So Mac T is leading the way on 102 points. David, Emilecki is up there in second. Now I hadn't noticed that, but Emilecki's been going well.
Yeah. He's the only other, him, Mac T, and Charlie Ark are the only winners this season. And Emilecki's been on the podium either in first or second 3 times. So he's been very consistent. Consistent points is really good around here. I hate to say it, Mac T is running away with this one.
It looks that way. Mac T has been pretty invincible in Ironman. They've got a real battle on their hands in the Elite League, and we'll talk more about that before we close out today. But Mac T going very well in Ironman, and 100% race is definitely suiting their style. So Mac T from Emilecki, then SS7, our league owner, in 3rd spot at the moment, and then Charlie Ark, after only 2 races, is in 4th. So, David, you're there in 8th on 22. So, you've got 3 scoring races in the bag so far. That 10 points in
3 out of 4 points.
Mexico, your best.
3 out of 4 races I've scored, 5th place in Mexico, where I took my only pole. Still ecstatic about that one. Still can't believe I snuck that one away. That's the highlight of the season so far.
It looks as though SS7 may be telling us to ready up. So, I saw a ready up sign. Yes, he did see a ready up sign, and then he's dropped it. So, whether or not he's changed his mind, we're just checking the Discord chat here, folks.
Yeah, he did say ready up.
He did.
Seems like we're set.
Oh, well, no. So, Srivatsa may actually be coming in to join us. Oh, okay. I think Srivatsa's having a little bit of fun with this, the 7th. So let's ready up, David. We're going in. We may as well. So let me switch over to the game view. So Mac T's the one to... do you think Mac T's going to win it here, David, for another victory?
I think it'll be a good battle between him and Charlie Ark up there for the win. I'll be honest. I think those are going to be the 2 most favored to win. But then it should be a good little battle behind them for the last step on the podium. Davidt has been going really well as of late. SS7 is always right around the podium in any race he competes in. Emilecki is on great form. I'm hoping to finally sneak onto a podium eventually. It's been a while, and you never know how a race will unfold. So,
Well,
hoping for the best here.
Yeah, same here. Very much so. Now, I'm going to try something a little bit risky with my tyres. I tried 100% setup on Spain a few moments ago, and the best strategy it gave me was four softs and one medium. So I've gone to the softer tyre allocation for the weekend to see if it will give me enough soft tyres. This could be a complete disaster. There'll be a lot of pit stops, but it's a short pit lane here, so you never know.
Yeah.
Now, folks, if you're joining us for the first time, we only, on Ironman, we only get one qualifying lap. So we've got to get this right straight out of the gate. Otherwise, we'll be starting from the back.
Well, I think my practice is not going to pay off here. Doesn't look like we're getting any rain during the race.
I was showing that to the folks on the stream. Yeah, so it looks lovely and warm and sunny. So, yeah, that wet practice, David, not going to pay off. Well, you never know.
You never know, but it'll be interesting.
Yeah, so is there anything else I want to do at this stage before we dump in to the game? I don't think so.
And I made sure to set the setup today again.
Oh, good.
I'm not making that mistake again.
All right, we're qualifying. Down into turn one. And this long sweeping turn three. I usually like to be a bit closer to the inside, but not today. And that's not the best turn four I've ever done. Up the hill, flat out round this right-hander. DRS zone on the back straight. Nearly a second off the leaders at the minute. This is not the best qualifying lap for me ever. No.
P5 for myself.
Sixth for me. What was your time, David? I got a 1:13.029. What was yours?
I had a 1:11.8.
Goodness me, look at the
difference. Very close up there at the front.
It was.
I think Davidt had a mistake during his lap. Yeah, they had a really close one up there at the front.
They really did. Mine was an absolute shocker.
Told you it was going to be a close one up there.
So we'll see those times in a second here. Let's bring them up on the screen. So, yeah,
Top
Charlie
three,
Ark,
less than a tenth.
1:11.273. 13 milliseconds to SS7. 0.7079 back to Mac T in third, then Emeleki, then David T, then me with really shocking qualifying, but never mind. And then Davidt didn't set a time, so it was probably gone beyond track limits or just didn't get out there one way or the other. So Davidt will be trying to make their way through. But you're right, David. Davidt has been quick in the Elite League recently, so I wouldn't be surprised to see them slightly further up.
Yep. Don't forget formation lap here.
Thank you for the reminder.
And give a little bit of time for everybody to set their setup how they want.
No, I don't think fuel will be a challenge, but who knows? Track temperature of 34 degrees. I'm going for all the pit stops in the world here today. We'll see what the other folks do. And I'm not adjusting fuel. Every single race I've done in that Ironman has always needed every ounce of fuel. So Just giving everyone a moment to get themselves set up. Obviously, there's not much we can change now in Parc Fermé.
Mm-hmm.
So we're just
Give your hands and everything a nice little stretch
Good
right
idea.
before we get going.
Oh, Singapore was very, very painful. There's so many corners
Yep.
and braking zones and all sorts that kept us
Yeah.
focused. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm. But no rain. No rain. So all that practice for naught. Be okay though. It'll be okay.
Should I hit start race on my side, David, or do we just wait? I don't want
I'm not sure. I'm gonna make a message in the Discord saying I'm ready. So
to. Yeah.
if other people are, that way we know. Yep, there we go. Somebody readied up. So I think we're good now.
All right.
Don't forget, it is a formation lap.
Yeah, so folks, we are going to follow each other around to come back around. Hopefully, no one will hit me this time like they did in Singapore, and then I suddenly appeared on the grid, not in my pit box.
Yep.
It's a very sunny day here in Barcelona. It's been a very sunny day here in the UK as well. Very pleasant.
It has actually been raining today over here. I feel like we got your weather.
Well, that's something we haven't had for... Yeah, a few days here. We've had a lot of rain all through April, and it's been very dry. The last couple of days have been lovely.
Mm-hmm. It's starting to get warm out here. We're hitting those 30 degrees already as a high, so starting to get real fun. Got a good assortment of tires on the grid. It's a rainbow between red and yellow for around me.
Yeah, we've got a real mixture of mediums and softs for everyone. David's gone on the mediums.
Mac T is on mediums, SS7 is on mediums, and Maliki on softs. I can't tell what Charlie's on from way back here.
No.
But you give me a sec. Okay, so Imaleki and Subtle are the only two on soft tires.
Oh, okay. My strategy is just to try and stay with everyone for the first half of the race.
As long as possible, yes. I feel you there. It's slowing up around us, so I'm just giving you a heads up.
Yeah.
That way we don't run into each other.
So the game was telling me 17 laps on these softs, and then I come in. We'll see if that's going to be effective or not. Right, we've got to find our pit box, or our starting point. We'll follow SS7 and Emeleki in. We've got no Oboe to jump in front of me this week. Oh, bang on for
Point
a change.
4. Point 4, I'll take it.
All
It's
right,
going to be
folks.
real quick to get us going.
66 laps around Barcelona. Away we go. Good luck, David. Good luck, all their other
Yep.
drivers.
I was going to give a comment as to the last time I went into turn 1 here and in a race, I actually had contact with Imaleki and spun. So already doing better than last time. It was my fault. I just slightly overbraked, slightly braked too late and tapped him, and it did nothing to him, but it spun me around that day. So
Well, it's going to keep us occupied today, that's for sure.
yep, Charlie has not had the best of starts here.
No, dropping back into Emeleki's arms here by the looks of things.
Yeah. And with Imaleki on those softs, I have a feeling he's going to want to pounce on him very quickly.
Oh, that's wide.
Yeah, these full fuel tanks definitely have some weight to them.
So Davidt behind me on mediums. Try and keep them behind for a little while. Don't think I suspect you all have a lot more or a lot less downforce than me, so just trying to stay with you all will do me fine.
I think I'm actually running some of the lower downforce around here because I was quite rapid in that first sector during that qualifying lap. I was only barely beaten by Charlie into the first sector. So we shall see. I'm just hoping to stick with these guys and hang on to their DRS for as long as possible.
And I think that's what we've got to focus on here. Davidt has got past me. This will be the weeks of practice that Davidt has had. But if I can stay with you all, I'll be very happy.
Well, Charlie's gone a little bit wide through the right-hander there.
Yeah, watch for the track limits, I think, today. There'll be a few of those, I think.
Let's see if Imaleki lives up to his namesake. He's actually been doing very well in these races and not getting a lot of track limit penalties, so...
I was looking at your stats earlier, David. It's Davidt has the highest number in the Ironman, I think, so far.
Yes, so far he does.
And then Obo in second, which surprised me, but...
And I'm not too far behind on it, unfortunately. But I also have one less race than most people, so... And Malekia is getting now past Mac T. Those soft tires working well for him so far.
And looking at us all following line astern at the moment, I think strategy is going to be the determining factor here today. Whatever the right or wrong one happens to be.
Charlie runs wide through the turn 9 again. He's really struggling with that turn at the moment.
Davidt is definitely using, so I'm going to have to do the same to stay with you all.
Yeah, I feel as soon as people start dropping out of DRS of others, the race is just going to really start to slow down and people are going to expand away from each other. Oh, Imaleki's had a spin.
Oh, Imaleki.
Not what I expected there.
All on his own, or did you think he had some help?
I think it was all on his own there. I couldn't see 100% of it, but it looked like it was all on his own from my point of view. But I was 3 cars back from it, so...
Right.
His tires are not going to be happy about that one.
Well, Imaleki is now 4 and a bit seconds back from me, so they've got a lot of work to do. You can see what we're trying to do here, folks, is just stay with the car in front. Whatever you do, stay with the car in front, and then see what happens
later.
Oh, Davidt back on the battery again. That was deep for me into turn 2. Or 1.
Ooh, I'm good. Car felt like it wanted to slide there for a second.
Yeah, it looked a bit wide.
If I could get that turn right there just a little bit better, I'd be so much happier.
It's a really tricky one. You've got
Yeah.
to carry speed into there, but if you get on those
Mm-hmm.
big curbs, you're in all sorts of trouble.
Mm-hmm.
And Emeleki is not catching us. There's 5 seconds back now.
Yeah, between his tires getting hot from that spin and just the DRS train
Yeah.
makes it really tough to catch up. Feel really good into turn 4. That's for sure.
So the big unknown is how long these soft tyres are going to go before we...
Mm-hmm.
So were we on lap 6 of 66? 10% of the way.
No, about 9%.
Oh no, you're... no, you're absolutely right. Yeah. Now I've left the DRS of Davidt, sadly, so this could get a bit painful. I'll have to work.
I'm holding on to the DRS of Charlie at the moment, but it's not easy. I will probably end up losing it at a certain point.
Well, Charlie, we know, is very quick.
Yeah, so to get this far, I'm content with it so far.
Yeah.
But the longer I can hold on to it, the better.
So I'm desperately concentrating to try and get back on the back of Davidt. I'm definitely quicker than Davidt in the first half of the lap, but not in the second half.
I'm going to get another lap of it. But after this one, I don't know how many more I'm going to get with the DRS.
Well, here we go on to lap 8. Emeleki is into the pits.
Is in.
So,
Honestly, I don't think that's a bad idea from him, considering fresh tires will be doing him some good.
well, this is it. Strategy is going to be ever so important here. I nearly lose it out of turn 2 there. Too much throttle.
I'm very much welcoming these guys up ahead fighting. Oh, I got really loose there. That's not good.
Whoa, these softs are starting to go a little bit loose now. Well, it still says I've got a little bit more to go from them. So maybe that's just me then, but yeah, the back end keeps wanting to step out on me now.
Oh, I'm just barely going to hold it again. Oh, thank you, Charlie, for giving me another lap of this. Whew. MacT's going for a move.
So FC Emeleki going in to get some medium tyres. We'll be hoping to... oh, that's me on the gravel. What's going on, Subtle? Concentrate. That is not going to help anyone. Right. Yeah, so Emeleki will be looking to get some good laps under their belt and then hope for the race to come to them a little bit later on.
Oh, yep, there it goes. I've lost DRS now. I had to slide through, what was it, turn 7, turn 8? One of those two, and... Davidt is going to have an easy pass on me down this straight now. I'm not even going to fight it.
I can see that happening in front of me. 5 seconds up the road.
Now the hope is to stick with him and hold on to his DRS.
And I think, folks, if you search for Davidt on Twitch, I think Davidt does now have their own channel. So obviously do not wish you all to leave us here on M1 Racing, but if you want to get both streams up, Davidt may be streaming today. And you can see that battle with Davidt in a little bit more close quarters. Emeleki is 28 seconds back from me.
I think I'm going to be able to hold on to Davidt here fairly easily. But after that, it's going to start getting real tough.
Yeah, I think you guys are lapping about half a second faster than me. A lap. And that's, you've obviously got that DRS between you two.
Yeah, the DRS is very helpful. I think Davidt got back into Charlie's DRS there, so that helped us both stay with these guys a little bit.
Emeleki sets the fastest lap, 1:15.7. On the lap where I know.
But he's committed to the 3-stop now, so that or it's a very audacious 2-stop, but we'll see.
Yeah, my little mistakes have not helped anybody. That's just a bit too aggressive into that 1 and 2.
Yeah, we're running just under 117s right now.
Yeah. Yeah, my last was a 120, but that's because I went over some gravel. So that's going to slow me down. Let's try and get the score right.
It's so hard to regenerate some battery around here too. So well, there are some really good points on offer today that I don't want to be missing out on, so just want to keep it on the track and keep it going.
Exactly right. Well, it doesn't look as though we've got weather to worry about either.
No, even though I wouldn't have minded it.
Well, given all the practice you had.
Yeah.
I think
I kind of thought maybe we'd get a little lucky, you know, it being GFR and everything. We'd get a little bit of wet weather to come our way, but it just quite didn't.
Well, I think we got rained out in Spa in the Elite League, and we haven't seen any rain since. But it rained so heavily in that Spa race. It was unbelievable.
Yeah. I don't know whether or not I want rain on Wednesday or not. I haven't made up my mind.
All for Hungary.
Yeah.
No, well, that will make that race very tough.
Mm-hmm. I'm starting to get that left-hander down a lot better.
Was that turn 7?
Yeah. Because turn 8's that very tiny kink to the right that you're coming through now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, turn 7's getting better for me. MAC-T has, I think, broken DRS to Charlie.
Oh, wow.
But SS7, Davidt, and myself are still all within a DRS train. It's not a very close DRS train, but it is a DRS. Oh, actually, Davidt has fallen just barely outside.
Oh.
So that will make it easier for me to keep up with him.
Well, I'm coming up on my first pit stop of the day.
Oh, Davidt went a little wide.
Opportunity for you or no?
I did pass him. He got a little loose coming out of turn 2 and into turn 3. He started to go a little to the left, but he corrected it back. The problem is I am not in SS7's DRS, so Davidt will probably be able to catch right back up to me.
Well, let's have a look at fuel while we're here.
I'm doing all right so far. I think I've overfueled a little bit, but better over than under, in my opinion.
Well, it says 0.85. I don't know where that's going to get me. It's going to be close.
I'm at 1.85.
1.85?
But, yeah. I started at +2.
Well, I put maximum in, so I don't know how that works. Yeah.
Davidt is in. The second pit stop of the day. I guess he has had enough of his tires.
Yeah,
that seems fairly early to me. Yeah, I think Davidt may be on for a 3-stop then.
There, that's what I'm planning to do. Just try and use these softs that I've got.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa, I think, now will be a good time, actually. Game's not telling me to do it yet, so I'm going to wait for my engineer.
I think it'd have you going in around lap 17.
Yeah, it did, yeah.
I want to say for the 3-stop strategy. 3 stints at 17 laps on softs, and then one final 15-lap stint on a medium, somewhere in there. Well, nobody has DRS in the top 4 anymore.
Oh, they've all started to spread out then.
Yes. I think SS7 is closest to DRS on Charlie. He's 1.2 off. But MAC-T has started to pull away in usual fashion, and I am about 2 seconds off of SS7.
MAC-T has something going on with these long races. They really do seem to be able to judge it just right. They're just so consistent as well.
Yeah.
And what a race we had on Wednesday. That was just so...
Mate, that was such an entertaining race. I normally try and multitask doing my work while the race is going on, but I was so entertained by the race. I was just so focused on it that I was like, I'm not getting any work done for that hour and a half. But I was perfectly content with it happening too.
That's easily the best sprint race we've ever had, and just the two of them together.
It's so tight, yeah. The combination of both was just so good, and very tough racing. But in the end, I think it was right on the limit. Maybe a few moments just slightly over, but not enough to where any driver warranted receiving a penalty.
No,
in my opinion.
No, I think we all agreed on that. So it bodes well for the rest of the season for sure in the Elite League.
Yes. And one now with consecutive victories, the first driver to do that this season.
Do you think anyone will catch M1 this season?
I don't know. It depends on if he takes another race off or not, or what he decides to do. But if he can keep that consistency going, it's going to take somebody really stepping up to the challenge to give him a hard fight. But you never know. I still believe MACT is on for a victory this season in the Elite League.
Definitely.
One of these days, he's going to get it.
Definitely one of the Mercedes, I think, will get it. If we see Charlie back, or Roadrunner.
Charlie, Roadrunner, both the Red Bulls have a good shout at some wins too. That's why I'm very happy to see Charlie here today, because it was unfortunate not to see him.
Yeah, he's missed a couple of weeks in a row. Yeah. So.
Same with Roadrunner. Roadrunner, I think, has just had some unfortunate connection issues these past couple weeks.
Yeah.
I really hope that whatever the issue, it's solved, because I'd love to see him back up there racing with the best of them.
Right, it's pit stop time for me. My engineers told me, so I'm going in now.
You're not going to hold Davidt up for me?
Next time, David.
Next time.
Oh, and I didn't get a speeding penalty either.
There you go. That's a good one.
It's the first time.
Now, my hope is that I also don't get the same issue I had back in season 1 around here, where I got a double warning entering the pits.
Oh, that's
Thankfully,
right.
the FIA saw that it was just and removed it from me that time, but that was a very interesting one to have happen.
Well, as you say, really short pit lane here. Where is Emilecki past me, so that's no one else around. Right, new soft tyres. Let's see what I can do with them. Well, I can run wide. That's what I can do.
I'm just barely falling away from the guys ahead. About a couple of tenths a lap. Oh, Charlie Ark with the first penalty of the day. 3-second time penalty for track limits.
There'll be a few more of those to come, I'm pretty sure of that.
Yeah, I think at the moment being, I'm sitting on no warnings. Yeah, 18 clean laps so far, so very happy about that. This is one of those races I want to have no penalties if I can.
I think they will make a difference for you lot at the front six, I think almost definitely. There's my first warning. Pushing a bit too hard.
Those fresh tires feel quite grippy, don't they?
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, these mediums are actually not too bad at 36% wear. Obviously, they're not as quick anymore, but they're definitely interesting. I think the three of us up here at the front. Oh, no, there's my first warning. Running a little wide.
I wonder how many more to come.
Yeah, no, that one was just a dumb mistake. The corner Davidt is coming through now. That little straight, just running slightly wide through there. But, man, I was going to say something else, but I completely forgot where my train of thought was. I think it's just a matter of seeing how the strategies play out at this point.
Definitely. Long way to go. So 19 of 66. Or 20 I'm just coming on to.
Because I think we saw last week the difference of strategies really playing out. MACT going for a 2-stop and actually getting the win. And I think where my train of thought was is I think the top 4 cars right now are all doing the same strategy of a 2-stop.
Yeah. Looks that way. So what, medium, soft, you reckon, or? I
think we're most by the fact we're at lap 20 and nobody has pit for another set of mediums yet. It's probably medium, soft.
Right.
But just gotta wait and see. but ever so slightly, these guys are pulling away from me. They're pulling about 2/10, 3/10 a lap on me.
Right.
Davidt is catching by about a second a lap, but he's got a whole extra pit stop to make over me. So.
Well, I think my race now is with Emelecki, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
But my fuel is looking worse and worse. 0.58 left to go.
I'm at 1.63.
Goodness me. Maybe it's my driving style, I don't know. It just eats fuel.
I'm not gonna lie. Whoever took out these braking boards along that those last two little straights heading into the final turn, very happy with those. Charlie Ark is in the pits.
All right, so one on the front.
I'm very happy to have them out the way now.
Onto hards.
Oh, hards. That's an interesting one.
That is an interesting.
There's no way he goes to the end on hards. That's more laps on hards than you did in Coda.
Yeah.
That's 44 laps.
He'll be as good as he is. He'll just be slow, slow, I would think. But
those last 20-something laps would just be so slow on them. So I think he's probably going medium, hard, medium, doing around 22 laps on each set. As for the two guys now ahead of me, that definitely makes the strategy interesting.
yeah,
I still think they're not going to change. I think they're either doing 2 mediums and a soft, or 1 medium and 2 softs. Just got to wait and see. I'm very tempted to go to another set of mediums because these have felt very good throughout this stint.
well, that's the main thing. If they feel good, go with them. This second set of softs is definitely better.
SS7 is in. Yep.
Right.
SS7 is now in. Just Mac T and myself out. Mac T is 8 seconds ahead of me.
After 22 laps.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So he is projected to finish about a pit stop ahead of me by the end of the race, considering we are now officially 1/3 of the way through.
No, I've just very briefly flicked off of there. So I could see the Twitch chat. So sorry, folks, if you've been talking to us, and I see Spicy is there. So
Spicy!
It's very good to have you with us, Spicy. I couldn't see the Twitch chat because my Discord window was right over the top of it, and I thought, if there's anyone there, we're entirely ignoring you, so I do apologise. So briefly onto AI, in order to get there. I'm trying to close down Emelecki, which I have been doing, actually, which is pleasing. When I get a moment, I shall glance
Mac T and
down.
myself have a very similar idea of what to do. SS7 went on to softs. So I definitely think he's going for
3 stops.
maybe another set of soft. No, I think he's doing it too, but he's either going to go for quite a long stretch on that softs, or he's going to try and split the difference of those 43 laps over 2 sets of softs, or go to a medium at the end. But he is rapidly catching Charlie on those softs.
Now, Spicy's been saying an awful lot in the Twitch chat. I can't read it all, but something about his first badge, which I think, Spicy, I'm going to get you a very special badge for subscribing again. So thank you, Spicy. I really do appreciate that. We will do something very special for you. So where am I? 8.7 seconds back from Emelecki. Gradually getting closer.
No speeding into the pits. Save the race replay.
Oh yes, so you had your 1 hour mark.
Yeah, one of the...
SS7 with a 114.
And on to the next set of tires. Yeah, Spicy has been chatting up a storm in there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I come out and I go from second to sixth
So
after pitting.
Spicy is obviously querying whether or not they were first. I think you're definitely the first from May, but for first of all time was Mr. David T.
Yep.
He gets the
I
extra
won that
gold
race.
star for that one.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so David has come out of the pits in front of me, 4.7 seconds up the road. You will have Emelecki in front of you in the not too distant future.
Yes, hopefully, because his soft tires should be his medium should be quite dead compared to my fresh mediums that feel very lovely to have now out here.
I'm trying to think when Emelecki did pit. It was very early.
It was like
on.
lap 6 or 7. It was very early.
And that was for a spin.
And he did go from a set of softs, so he does have another set of mediums he can go to. So that is good news for him.
Yeah.
But I feel like he is also one I'm going to have to race. Also, Mac T is in, and he comes out ahead of Emelecki. So Davidt has the race lead right now. Everybody has now pit once, but multiple people are on different strategies.
Yeah, and Charlie Ark's the wild card on hards, I think, so...
Mm-hmm. Everybody else is either on a set of mediums or softs. I do not know what Mac T came back out on. I'm not able to see that yet. But if I can get ahead of... Oh, no, Mac T is on mediums. I can see it. I'm dumb. I'm not paying enough attention.
And I've just bought the store of all of their soft tyres. That's what I'm using for today's race.
Now you're going to have to at least do one lap on something else.
And I see, Spicy, I absolutely know it's your second month, and that you are one of my superstar subscribers. There are only a handful of those, and you are right up there, my friend. So thank you ever so much, which is why we will do something very special for you.
Spicy, to answer your question about how many months I've been subbed, I have been subbed since the second day that it's been available on this channel.
Yeah, David was in day one. I think it literally was day one when we became an affiliate.
It was either day 1 or day 2, one of the two. Now, the trouble is, I hope to not get held up by Emelecki here.
Well, if he can slow you down a little bit, that would be great. So,
for you, yes. For me, no. And for Davidt, yes, also. Davidt has Charlie Ark and SS7 right up on his rear now. I don't think I'm actually going to get held up too much by Emelecki here. I'm getting my first bite of DRS here, but I don't think he'll hold me up too much through this slow section. And then it should be a fairly easy pass down the main straight.
yeah, these second set of softs has definitely gone better than the first one. I think there was just too much fuel in the car for it to handle. Now I'm completely running out of fuel anyway. It doesn't matter, but...
That was my worry, and that's why I went extra on the fuel, because it was like, I'd rather be safe than sorry on it. I'm now past Emelecki.
Yeah, I don't think it let me choose any more fuel. That was what was quite surprising, but there we go.
Oh, man. Yeah.
So I've got 0.27 laps left, so I'm going to desperately need to save at some point. Unless we get a safety car.
I don't think safety car is going to be very likely with 7 of us racing and us keeping it on track quite well. I've broken DRS to Maleki, which is huge.
Yes.
That will keep him from pestering me for the rest of this stint.
And Spice, I've got to ask you, having seen your messages in the Discord channel earlier the week, has today been warm enough for you? And have you been dressed in your black work clothes? You do have such a wonderful turn of phrase. You make me laugh every time, I've got to tell you. So that gap to Emileki, I'm not able to close down anymore. So I think this is where my soft tyres start to tell me that they've had enough. So I think the next stop is coming up very shortly for me.
Yeah, about 4 or 5 laps away.
Yeah, this is where I know it. When it comes out of turn 2 and it starts putting me on that green astroturfy thing, that's when I know.
I am trying to hunt Davidt back down. I'm 7 seconds behind him. And that is to reclaim P4 on track. But he has 2 stops left to make, and I only have 1, if I'm reading the pit stops correctly. So.
Say that again for me, David. I missed it.
Davidt and myself are battling, I think, for P4 and P5 here. He has 2 stops, I believe, still left to make, and I have 1, and I'm about 6 seconds behind him on track right now.
Right.
So this one will be a very interesting one to the end. And Mac T is rapid.
114.2,
right now.
I think, wasn't it? Just that one? Very quick.
I did a 14.9 as my best, and that was with DRS assistance from Imaleki to set that lap.
And it seems Spicy had a very, very good day out yesterday, so has decided to be a vampire for today and avoid the sunshine. I don't blame you.
Why did he not avoid the sunshine and join us for this Ironman race?
I think maybe
That's my
Spicy's
question
head
for him.
may be a little sore, I'm not sure.
Well, he better be there Wednesday. That's all I got to say.
Let us know, Spicy. Will you be there for Wednesday? And will we get to see Jay as well?
He was eating. That's what he said. He was eating.
Oh, okay.
Need to move that eating time up a little bit so you can be here for the race.
Oh, Emileki has got 3 seconds, so it took half the race, but he's got one.
Just under half race distance. It finally picks up his namesake penalty, the track limits. Yes, I definitely think this has become a race of different stages. You have the top 3 battling up there for the win. Davidt and myself for P4, P5. And I think the P6, P7 battle between yourself and Imaleki now.
It's looking that way. I think I've got roughly the same pace as Imaleki. It's difficult to tell. But whether or not they got...
Yes, his tires are very old, though.
And my
very old.
Yeah, very old. I don't think they're similar state of mind now. So Davidt was the first to go in, weren't they? Other than
Imaleki was first. Yeah. Yes, Davidt was the next
the
one to
regular
go
planned pit stop.
Yes.
I see Spice.
And his was around lap 15, I want to say.
I see Spice is not a fan.
Because you pitted on lap 17.
Yeah. So,
Davidt is in.
Okay, so that would be about on course.
And he's on to a set of mediums. So that's a second set of mediums there. Theoretically, he could take that to the end, but I don't think he will, because that's 34 laps on a set of mediums. I feel like taking one more stop would be still faster than that. But he comes out a good distance behind me, so this has really benefited my race.
So Emeleki's in as well.
Davidt has come out 17 seconds behind, while we both now have one pit stop left to make this race.
Well, he does need to get past
So-
me, but that may not be very difficult. But I'll do
No.
my best to hold him up this time, David. Unless my engineer
No.
tells me to come in. I've got to be...
Well, your pit stop is coming very
It is
quickly. It's in
very
the
shortly.
next 2 laps, I believe, so... As for the top 3, they are over 10 seconds ahead of me now and rapidly getting away. Charlie on his hards is actually in the lead. But I think the guys behind him are perfectly content to just stick with them on their tires right now and just save them and then take advantage of it later.
I think so. I think really the smart thing to do. Spicy doesn't want me to help you, David.
Good old Spicy.
So Davidt is within DRS. My engineer has not told me to come in, but I am going to come in this lap.
About 1 lap off from it.
Yeah,
So
only
not
'cause
bad.
my next stop should theoretically be softs, but I do want to save a
Yes.
set of softs to the end. So we're going to go on to mediums. And I've got Davidt right
I
behind
think
me
you will
anyway.
enjoy the mediums.
Whoa! I'm going to let Davidt past here, I'm afraid. Ooh, he ducks in behind me. The last thing I wanted to do was take him out.
It would be lovely to get one of those mid-race stretches in right about now.
Yeah. Right, we are in for stop number 2, on to mediums this time.
Got one more stop to
Yeah,
go.
Spicy did tell me to stay out and use DRS, but I felt as though I was just delaying the inevitable, so I'm going to get on these mediums. This will take me through to my last stop. Off we go. Is there anyone coming down the straight? No. Yeah, I can see the top guys coming around
Yeah, they're coming.
through 12.
They're in the last sector, yeah.
Yeah.
They're
Right.
still about 10, just over 10 seconds ahead of me. They're not really getting away from me, but nor am I gaining on them. So, bodes well for my pace, but I don't think I will get lucky enough to get on the podium today, unless something crazy up front happens.
Well, let's look at the fuel, because I think I'm going to be saving for the rest of the race just to make it to the end.
I'm at 1.18. So I think I hit the fuel just a little bit over, but enough to where it's going to be safe for me to get to the end.
0.06
And I can just-
I don't know. Well, I couldn't put any more in,
Ooh.
so
No. But do remember, a certain Ghosty finished half a lap under around Bahrain.
true.
So just because you're under fuel does not mean you aren't going to finish the race. You just may not have the most pace possible while you were under fueled.
We will find out, I guess. So lap 35 of 66 for me. Yeah, no, we're all on the same lead lap, aren't we? So
Yes, we're all on the same lead lap. Well, technically the leaders have started to lap the next lap, but they have not lapped anybody yet. I think Mac T is fixing to start putting a move on to get ahead in this race. Because he has now gotten past SS7, and I think he will overtake Charlie on the next lap, and then potentially trying to start running away and use those fresher tires that he has over everybody to his advantage. I'm going to be sad to leave these mediums behind after this stint because they have felt very good to race on.
How long have you been on those so far?
12 laps. I put it on lap 24.
All right, okay.
So this will be my 12th lap on them.
So you're halfway through that stint, you think?
Just around there.
Okay.
Because I didn't want to leave myself with too many laps to do on softs, but I didn't want to shorten a medium stint too long. So that's why I pit on lap 24. I was thinking of pitting on lap 26, but I just decided lap 24 is good enough. Yep, I think I've called this. MacT is now in the lead of the race.
On lap 36. All right. Oh, that's my second warning. I've got a 3-second coming if I'm not careful. Can't make any more mistakes.
Davidt has caught 3 seconds on me during this stint so far, since he last pit. So I think this is boding very well for me. And I'm just about a pit stop distance ahead of Imalecki, but he's also carrying 3 seconds.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
but he will also catch a little bit on me because he is also pit more recently than I have. So, but he will also have to pit again. If not, he's just going to be a sitting duck. I'm very shocked that I have not fallen more than lost more time to the leaders ahead. They're only now 11 seconds up the road.
And they do seem to be towing each other along, those leaders. It's very close.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Whoa, and there's my spin of the day. Silly boy. Just too greedy.
No safety car, please.
No, we're back
There
up
we
and
go.
running.
Yeah. Okay.
That was me trying to look at too many things at the same time.
At the same time, yeah.
Just focus on the car, Mark. That's what I should do.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Well, we got a little bit of entertainment at least. See Spain in 360 degrees.
I'd rather my 360 come over a full lap distance.
Well, I did it in one short, small square foot
Turn.
area of track, so
Yeah.
and it's probably completely ruined my tyres, but nevertheless.
Yeah. Surprisingly, tire temps are actually doing very well for me.
Right, so I now haven't got enough fuel. I'm minus 1.1, but there we go.
Well, if you think about it, you're not far from the leaders eventually catching you.
No, I know.
So theoretically, you will potentially only have to do one less lap.
What galls me a little bit, Dave, is the only reason I finish is because I get lapped. It's not really what I want to happen.
But still finishing is points.
It is.
And that is always the goal here. Because I think with a P4, even a P5 jumps me quite a bit up the standings. So I will be very happy with that.
Well, we're going to settle in now on lap 39, taking these mediums as far as we can go. As long as I don't get lapped, and we get a safety car right at the end, and then I'll go on those softs and I'll blast past everyone. I think that's the plan. I've got it all laid out, David. No one can catch me.
Yes. Mark for the win. MacT has officially broken DRS to Charlie. Charlie has also broken it to SS7, but Charlie is still carrying his 3-second time penalty. So
Well, that's going to hurt Charlie at the end, I think, with those, the rest of them being very solid drivers.
yeah, but he's 12 seconds ahead of me. The only person he loses out to is SS7.
Right.
So
Ooh,
the only thing that would really hurt him is there's a very late safety car, but I don't think we're getting one of those.
It's
today.
unlikely today, unless I'm the one to cause it, but I do hope that won't be the case.
Well, thankfully the walls are quite a far distance away from the track this week. Makes it a lot easier to make sure you don't destroy your car.
That is true.
Mm-hmm.
The tyre temps are good, yeah. Minus 0.17 on fuel.
I'm at plus 0.99.
That's amazing.
Davidt has now gone within 10 seconds of me. So his medium tires are feeling really good right about now.
Yeah, I'm on that 40.
I think we're both very focused on what's going on around us to try and make sure we do well here.
More about keeping it on the track. These mediums are not quite what they started really well, and then they've all of a sudden gone very strange. I don't know if it's partly to do to my spin. It could well be. But the tyres, the temperatures are fine. But the wear looks okay as well. But they're not as grippy as I was hoping for.
Mine still feel very good so far.
Could just be me though. And this is what I find, David. Obviously, I don't get to do the volume of racing that many of these guys have done before. But my pace in 5-lappers is reasonably good. I think I can stay with you guys. But when you get into the longer distance races, I really struggle.
It is, the longer the races get, the more pronounced those gaps become, because it's very easy to start adding those gaps up. 2/10 a lap is not much in a 5-lapper, and normally you have DRS to keep you within it for that little bit of time, and you don't run out of ERS in that amount of time. But over a 100% race, really 2/10 a lap is quite a long time. SS7 is in the pits.
Okay.
To a set of mediums, he is likely going to the end for 24 laps on that set.
Yeah, Spicy, yeah, thanks for confirming that. I'm pretty sure you're right. So when we spin, it ruins the tyres. It surely does. I wonder how much it's ruined them, but it's starting to come back a bit now. So maybe that is starting to even itself out from that spin. We'll see. Ooh, a little bit of cramp in the old fingers. A little stretch down the straight. Whoa, the car just kept going wide. That's right. We stayed inside track limits.
And SS7 can slow Davidt up as whenever he gets onto the back of him and passes him to give me a little bit more breathing space. But seeing as they are teammates in this league, I don't know if my wish will come true.
Now, am I right in thinking on Wednesday, when there's a certain cameo by a certain someone, that certain someone's going to be driving for Ferrari?
Yes, it will be in a Ferrari car.
And you standing in for M. Dorling? Or Obo?
Yes.
Ah.
M. Dorling, the man that has gotten a first and a second place this season, so big shoes to fill.
I was going to say, yeah. Well, that would be good
I
to see.
I don't know if I can replicate the results, but the effort will be matched.
Good.
Mm.
Yeah, Hungary is going to be all about strategy as well, I think. It won't, we do get
Yes,
some
it definitely will
overtaking in
be.
this game, but around that track.
Yeah,
but,
and there is a chance for it into the first turn, but that first turn is going to be about where every overtake potentially happens on track, if not in the pit lane.
Yeah. In a way, it has some similarities to Barcelona, actually, that track, but obviously not quite as much in the way of straights. But
yeah, not as long as straights and very flowing, in my opinion.
I do love Hungary.
Davidt and SS7 had a little bit of a battle into turn one.
Oh.
Davidt has remained ahead, so the team orders are not coming into play. Because I gained about a second on them because of that. So, hey, thank you.
Yeah, Spicy. I seem to
I'm
remember
more shocked that Charlie is still out on these hards.
I seem to remember Spicy's challenge with tyres was in Texas, maybe. I think you had that spin early on and never really got back into it.
Yeah, and then forgot he was a lap down, so paid a lap too late to try and go for fastest lap. Otherwise, I think he probably would have had that one.
So, how many laps we got left? 21 laps to go.
Yep, 21. We're over 2/3 of the race done, and I'm at plus 0.77 on fuel, so I think I've hit this right on the money.
You have. I haven't, with a minus 0.39.
You will end up more negative than I am positive at a certain point. Obviously, that would happen, but I think we're closer to that than we are towards the end of the race. SS7 has now gotten past Davidt.
And this is just me not knowing the game, I think. That's what I'm supposed to do with fuel. But And Spicy says, nice save. Thank you. At least someone saw it, Spicy. Yeah, so I'm going to be the best part of a lap down with fuel before we finish this race, I think.
I don't think we're far off from seeing the final pit stops of the race start to happen.
Yeah, they've got to be coming in shortly.
SS7's gone for a massive undercut on the guys ahead, but I don't know how much time he lost fighting with Davidt there.
Yeah.
So it's made the race definitely tough for him to try and get the win now. And I hate to say it, but I don't think Charlie can get the win anymore, considering he's carrying that 3 seconds.
No,
so we're on for another
eh?
MACT masterclass once again, I believe.
Will you hold on to that third, though, David?
I don't believe so, considering SS7 is 4 seconds behind me, and I have another pit stop still to make. He does not.
Yeah, true.
I would love to hold on to it, but I've also only ran medium tires, so I have to pit. And he's just gonna come up to me like a rocket ship and pass me if I don't pit before then.
Well, we are getting to see the wonderful Catalonian countryside in the sunshine here today.
Yes, no rain today.
I wonder what it's like to sit in these grandstands on a 30-plus degree day when the Formula One's round in town. I reckon that's hot. But David, have you been to the Circuit of the
Definitely
Americas
worth
for a race live?
No, I have not yet.
Oh, okay.
Well, it won't happen this year, but I'm projecting next year will be the first year that I go. And
that'll be
thankfully
hot
it's
too.
in October,
Ah,
so it's not as hot. Because we could not hold that race in the middle of the summer. It would be ill-advised. If you thought Qatar was hot last year, that's what Texas is like during the summer.
yeah.
40 plus degrees, the track would probably be 60 plus. You're not going to get good racing around there in those temperatures. Charlie Ark is in, and I think a certain somebody will be following him in here in a second.
Haas coming in shortly.
Oh, I almost hit the pit wall on entry.
Oh no.
Ooh, no, we're good. And
Oh,
I didn't
good.
get a speeding penalty. Ooh, that was close. I'm not going to lie. Ooh. And I've got the save replay down to where I can get it done in less than 2 seconds to finish it before the pit
It's
stop
on
ends.
autopilot.
Yes. Now, Imalecki has come out ahead of me.
Ah, there's my time penalty.
He has undercut me. But with me now going on to a set of softs, I think I will rapidly catch him
You should do.
at this point. Yeah. Considering there are only about, 18 laps left?
So I've got my
So it's
cheerleader.
either they're going to have to pit or I will catch them on track and have the fresher tires to
I've got
take advantage
I've
of
got
it.
my coach in the chat, David. So I think Spicy's
Yes.
unhappy with me for picking up my 3-second penalty, and as he should be. It's not good
yeah.
enough. It's not good enough.
I think this may be one of the races where there's a very minimal amount of penalties overall to be had.
I'll be very disappointed if I pick up any more.
I hope nobody else gets any more, because I would love to see it at only 9 total seconds of penalty time across the entire race.
What are we on? Lap 49 of 66.
We were fixing to have 17 to go.
And softs will be my last visit.
That is what I have now strapped on and going to see how they feel. Very grippy, I will say that, but how long does it last?
I'd say about 13 laps. They're pretty good. But the last couple, you'll know it.
Well, I've got to do 18, so shall be an interesting one.
So the only dilemma is, what's the chances of a safety car?
Very, very unlikely.
I guess so. I might save these softs, switch to about 10 laps from the end. 1:14.1 from Charlie. Fastest lap of the race so far.
I'll take that.
Ooh.
I don't
Whoa,
expect to
David.
keep it. I don't expect to keep it, though, because I know Mac T still has to pit again.
1:13.5.
Because he's gone medium. So he has to pit again. But I'm very happy to have grabbed it now.
It's there to be beaten.
Yeah, Decivest is now pit. He has come out 9 seconds behind me. So can he, on 2 lap older tires, make up a 9-second gap to the end of the race? We've always been in an offset of tires, so this will be the closest we've been on tires
Yeah.
for the entire race.
This could be a good battle.
I hope it plays out well. I hope he gives me a good fight for it. I'm gonna have to work for it.
Yeah, I think if he
what
gets,
he has over me. Go ahead.
I was going to say, if he gets on you, those tyres will not be in the smartest of conditions by the time he does. So
No,
they
but
do.
neither will mine.
No.
Because my tires are older by 2 laps. So,
But they're going to have to work some to get, what are they, 9 seconds back from you?
yep. Mac T is in. He has made his final stop.
Okay.
And Malecki is still ahead of me by about 4 seconds, but he also is carrying his 3-second penalty. Plus, I think Malecki at this point is probably going to be the last person to pit, save his battery up, and go for the fastest lap and take that concern. He's probably looking at P6, P7, and just taking advantage of that one extra point that you can get there.
Yeah.
Like he did in, I think, both races on Wednesday, the sprint and the feature race. He got fastest lap in both of those.
Emilecki's been struggling with qualifying, though, I've noticed this season.
Yes, he's always been the one to struggle a bit on the qualifying pace.
Yeah.
Just pushing the limit just a little bit too much.
Can't seem to hook up. But then when he get into the race, his recovery skills are amazing.
Lightning, yes. When he doesn't get his penalties, that is.
Well, we are pretty much into the last quarter of the race now, I think.
Mm-hmm. I think Davidt may have something to say about a fastest lap here in a couple seconds. It'll be very close.
There it is, 113.135.
Yep. How much battery does he have left after that? Because I know how much I had. So he is now 8.6 seconds behind me.
So even with that fastest lap, he's not closed that gap massively to you.
No, not yet. But there's still a long way still to go. And there's a certain car ahead of me now by about 1.6 seconds that may hold me up a bit.
Yeah.
We'll see. I'm hoping to get some good timing as to when I catch him a Lecky. Because otherwise I'm going to have quite a fight on my hands. Because even though they are not teammates in this race, Imaleki and Davidt are teammates.
Yes, they've got to face each other on Wednesday.
Yes. The good news is I haven't gotten into Imaleki's DRS, but I don't think I'm close enough to pass him this lap. But it will help me pull a little bit of gap away from Davidt.
True. Ooh. That was a moment coming out of 9. Or was that 10? Ooh, do not like that corner.
Oh, I am so sorry, Imaleki. I would understand a penalty for that one if I get one. Kind of sent it a little bit on him there. Yeah, that one's an apology on my behalf there. I had a run into turn 4 and tried to send it, and I don't think he expected the send, and I spun him there.
Ooh, so, well, he's still a long way ahead of me. So.
Yeah. But I feel bad about spinning him. That's not how I want to go about the racing.
Well, everyone makes mistakes, David. We've seen that from even their best ones. So
yes,
it is what it is. I'm sure. Now, this is what we've quite enjoyed, I think, through this season of both the Elite and the Ironman. That there have been incidents, no question. We can't say it hasn't. Although we did have our first week ever of no incidents at all.
Yeah, no reported incidents. Well, Elite League-wise,
yes.
the Ironman had, I want to say 3 straight weeks?
Yeah.
2 or 3 where there were none reported. So.
But those who do, they tend to be just genuine mistakes, really, rather than bad driving.
Yeah.
Or intentional bad driving. So. But that's also you get with a little bit of familiarity with each other on track. You've got a better sense what each driver's going to do and where you can take a risk and where perhaps you shouldn't, that kind of thing. So.
And I definitely had the pace over Imaleki, so I probably shouldn't have sent it there. But
That will
You
be
learn.
one.
You
for,
learn from experience. So
Yeah, that'll be one for SHS
the apologies will
Predestinato
be.
and Ace Pilot to work out later, I guess, if it gets reported.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. By all means, if Imaleki chooses to report it, I have no issue with it. I won't fight it because it was me in the wrong. But the apology will come very quickly at the end of the race towards him.
We're on lap 55 of 66.
11 to go after this one.
I am waiting for that last pit stop until the very last minute now. Just check what my mediums are doing. They're on 36% roughly. With 10 laps to go. But there's just no point in switching. If there is a safety car, I wouldn't be able to take advantage of it as much. So.
MACT is right on the back of SS7 now.
That would be a good race at the front.
Mm-hmm.
So is
But
SS7?
SS7 is also within Charlie Ark's DRS.
Oh, right.
So it's going to be a tough one for him to get by.
And Charlie's
to
still
take
on those
advantage of
hards?
No, everybody has pit
Oh,
the
they
last
have
time.
Okay.
SS7 and Charlie are on mediums. MACT is on softs. I am on softs. Desaves is on softs. You and Imaleki are on mediums.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to keep pushing because I don't want to give one of the guys ahead of me enough of a gap to pit and go for fastest lap and still come out ahead of me.
Yeah.
I want to be that blockade in the middle to prevent that from happening. Because Charlie went for it last week and just barely got it ahead of Desaves, I want to say. Not last week, 2 weeks ago, around Singapore. If anything, I actually am very, very, very slowly catching the guys ahead.
Ah.
So my car is definitely... And I'm getting away from Desaves. So towards the end of this race, my car has really come alive, it seems. Do I think it's enough to catch the guys ahead? No. But it would be enough to keep them from potentially grabbing an extra bonus point.
Ooh, another track limits warning. Don't want any more of them. Right, I think I'm going to come in.
MACT has made the move on SS7. He is now into second. Will he make my prediction come true and get ahead of Charlie and run away?
Maybe I won't. My engineer is going to be annoyed at me, but I'm not coming in this lap. Just I'm thinking, I'm giving up. I would probably come
SS7
out.
is now taking the lead of the race. A lot of switching up going on there ahead into this third sector, it would seem. And they lost a lot of time. They lost like 2 seconds there throughout that.
It's a very close fight at the front, it would seem.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, MACT is now taking the lead, but it is a very tough fight going on up there.
And that was my thought process, David. I thought I could pit on soft tyres, but then I'm going to come out in the middle of that battle. And that's the last thing
I
they
think
want.
you have just enough of a gap to where you'd come out behind it, actually.
Really? Ah, okay. They didn't want my...
It'd be close. Yeah.
They wouldn't want my Alpha Tauri getting in their way, that's for sure.
And if anything, if you do come out ahead, just try and keep yourself out the way of them or run away from them, because your soft tires would be quite rapid at that point compared to theirs.
Yeah, I think I'm going to leave it for... So I'll be coming in around about lap 61, I think, and then we'll take those softs to the end.
These guys ahead lose about 9 more seconds. I would actually benefit Charlie's penalty, but I don't think they're going to lose 9 seconds over the last 6 laps to me.
But you see, with them all so close together, it only takes one mistake or somebody into another one, you know, and could be safety car, could be all sorts of chaos. So
yeah. Well, SS7 dropped back a little bit there. But they're just above that 12 seconds ahead of me range. SS7 seems to have dropped back a little bit from all that.
I need to be lapped because I've got minus 88 of fuel left.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah, your pit stop would definitely lap you at this point.
Yeah.
With where they're at, I can definitely see it now. I'm at plus 0.34 so far.
You've got.
I'm almost 10 seconds.
Yeah, you're bang
ahead
on
of
with fuel.
Davidt.
Yeah, you're bang on with
Yeah.
fuel. Going to be an issue for you.
I think this will end up being SS7's first second place finish in the Ironman League 2 today.
Oh.
He has finished third, I believe, once, but I know he hasn't won yet
No, he
because
hasn't won
Himaleki, MacT, and Charlie are the only ones that have won so far. But yeah, he'll be right around there unless something crazy happens on these final laps and he usurps his way into the lead. We'll see how it goes.
Whoa. My fingers are really hurting now.
I'm going to have to ask him, Alecki, how many laps he's done on this set of mediums because he is still out on that set of mediums that he pitted onto quite a while back. Wow. To set that at this point in the race is amazing.
Well, mine are on 45%.
Because he's been on those softs.
And I went in around about
Lap
33, 34.
something. Yeah. So he's done over 30 laps on that set of mediums.
Definitely.
It's very impressive. He may break your record as to how many you did on your hards.
You could be right. It's obviously a much shorter lap here, Barcelona, but in terms of lap numbers, I think Himaleki's going to possibly have it.
Mm-hmm.
And on mediums, whereas mine was on hard. So
yeah.
Tells you something.
I'll have to ask him when he
around
pit
here.
because I just don't know.
Right, I am coming in for one last stop. Let's have some grip for the last couple of laps here.
Go for the fastest lap while you're at it.
We'll give it a shot.
1:12.9 is what you got to beat. So you got to do basically a qualifying lap to beat it. How much battery do you have for? Oh, you've got quite a bit of battery
I've got
saved
about
up over there.
70% here, so we can.
You should
give
have a
it
good shot at it.
We shall give it a shot. And I've got no fuel, so.
And I think if this times out correctly, you're going to come out just ahead of me. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So if you were very smart, you would stick behind me and take advantage of some DRS.
That's the
To
plan.
go for that fastest lap.
That is the plan.
Because I for sure won't be able to hold you up. You'll go straight through me.
We shall see what we can do.
I think Charlie is trying to build the gap to make his penalty redundant to SS7 and still maintain second place.
Right.
Ooh, getting a little loose there. That definitely plays into your favor. I have an itch on my nose and I can't scratch it at this point of the track.
It's the worst.
Oh,
Worst time for that to happen.
just to get it. Mm-hmm. Should be a nice helping of DRS and a lot of battery to help you here. Oh, you were rapid. There he goes.
See what we can do.
Don't scamper off too quickly, though.
Somebody wants DRS returned.
Yes. Yes, because I think the guys behind me, I think Davidt will also be going for this because he has dropped to 19 seconds behind me. So I think he will also be giving this a go. I am not going to go for fastest lap. I would have had to have pit there to get it. But yeah, there it is, a 112.958. Just barely snuck it in there.
Just.
Whoo, Mac T will be fuming over you still on that front. He wanted that 26 points, but...
I doubt I'm going to keep that either, David. So
yeah, Davidt did not go in, so I think he had a mistake during the lap. But Imelecki is in, as expected. He will be going for fastest lap. He went a long way on that set of mediums. I give him
he did a great job.
All the respect for that.
He did a great job.
I'm really shocked Davidt didn't go in for it.
Well, it depends what tyres they've got left.
Oh, yeah, he doesn't have a set of softs left.
Yeah.
He's used 3 sets. So he couldn't unless he went to a very used set of it or a set of mediums. I still had a set of softs left, but I didn't think it was wise to try and go for it when the gap was only about 18 seconds to him. Yes, I would have been rapid, but if he had his elbows out, it could have lost me about 3 points then.
Right, I've got minus 0.98 laps fuel with 1.5
This
laps
is
to
the
go.
final. No, this is the
This
final
is
lap
my
for
final
you
lap,
also.
isn't it? Yeah, that's lucky.
Yes, because us on the lead lapper on our final one. Seems like Mac T is going to hold on for the win.
Now, who's going to steal my
The
fastest
gap
lap?
is
Come on.
yeah, only Imelecki could steal it. All eyes will be on him to see if he gets it. He's fixing to be starting it. He's in Sector 3 now. So he will be starting his attempt at it very shortly. I'm just wanting to cruise this one home to a P4.
Let's hope Emelecki just tries a bit too hard.
And I think Charlie has built enough of a gap to where he maintains his P2 even with the 3-second penalty.
Well done, Mac T. Another
Yes, he
victory.
does.
Is that 4 for him this time? It is now, isn't it?
That is number 4.
Wow.
Yeah, very
And
rapid.
there's my car giving
3 in a
up.
row too, if I'm not mistaken.
Ooh.
And there it is, P4.
Nicely done, David. That's P4.
I'll take it. I
Yeah,
needed
that's
that
good.
one, yeah.
That is
I
good.
needed that. Oh, my hand is sore from that one. Whoo! Gonna have to shake that one out.
Yeah.
Gonna have to stretch it real good.
So Davidt is the... Oh, no. we got to watch for Emelecki.
Emelecki, he's 8/10 up.
No.
So I think he's gonna beat your
he's gonna-
fastest lap here.
He's going to mangle it. So we're
He's got 22% battery
Emelecki
left
now.
too. I think he's
gonna
got
blitz
it
it.
here.
Yeah.
Yep. He's on the
Go beyond track
power.
limits.
He's
So we're
sending it,
watching
yeah.
to see if Emelecki goes. No, he doesn't.
No, he kept it very safe.
He's doing
a
it.
112.1.
1. 112.1 was
Yeah,
it? Oh,
one- It was right around there, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, somewhere in there. It was very quick to show and disappear. So
well, the game has given Mac T driver of the day. I think I'm going to agree with the game. What do you reckon, David, from where you were?
can't really argue that one. You can't really argue it.
I don't think so. Well
The
done,
man
Mac
is
T.
on a mission in this Ironman. if it wasn't for that disconnect in Bahrain too, he was on potentially to have a podium every race this season. But that disconnect was very unfortunate for him there. So.
Well, congratulations to Mac T. Let's have a look at the finishing positions then. So Mac T in first, Charlie Ark in second. They got their strategy pretty good, actually, I think, considering with the 3-second penalty as well. Then SS7, third. David, well done in there in fourth, 1:13.569, your best time. SFS came in fifth. Then Emeleki did indeed get a 1:12.141. Stole my fastest lap.
It was a 1:12.1. I did see it right.
He did.
Let's go. And he gets that extra point.
He does indeed. There. And then I come in seventh. So we all finished. No DNFs at all this week. That's good. And everyone gets points. So, well, winners all round. But Mac T pretty much establishes their lead at the top of the championship for sure. Very, very good. Oh, and now I'm going to have to go and put my hands in a ice bath or something to recover from that. Oh, very good.
What a fun one there. 18 seconds back from the leaders. They just ran away from me.
I certainly couldn't keep up with you guys. It was, but for the first 10 laps, I think I was with you, but then, as you were saying, David, those 10 seconds. Oh, sorry, those tenths of a second every lap really add up over the course of a whole race, 100% race. So, well, that's okay. It's a lot of fun to do. And if you've been watching with us on the stream, folks, thanks ever so much for being here. That is how we like to spend our Sundays every couple of weeks. We'll get one more in before the end of our time with F1 23, and then we'll hopefully get Ironman restarted with F1 24, assuming that the game allows us
I hope it persists into that game. It will be a nice one. So we've got a 2-week break. I don't know why SS7 said a 1-week break there in the announcement. But 2 weeks until the final one. So we will have a 7-race season. We need to go fix that in the
But I'm just looking at
in my spreadsheet.
Yeah, so I'm just looking at the points before this race. So McTeeder had 102. They were 20 points clear of Emeleki, so they'd have stretched that lead on Emeleki. SS7 came in fourth, so they'd have picked up, 12 points for fourth? And then, but Charlie would have got 18 for...
Yeah, SS7 had 15 points for it.
15, okay.
For getting third, and then I would have had the 12.
Oh, you get the 12, that's right. Fourth. So Charlie will probably... I don't know, okay, so it's just going to get a lot tighter at the top, other than MacT. So
MacT further extends it.
Well, I think
up there.
If we're only having one more race, I think that is MacT declared as the winner-elect of Ironman Season 1, I think.
I'll have to look at it. He was 20 points ahead. The closest person was Emeleki, and he was more than 6 points ahead. So, yes, that would seal it. I'm going to go ahead and make that announcement in there, too.
If we are only going to have one more race. So, I think that's the unknown factor at this point. Not yet officially confirmed. So... but provisionally, MacT is victor of Ironman Season 1 with one more race to go. So, but I think there's at least a 3-way battle for second and third. So, Charlie comes back into the mix now after a good performance, second place here today. So that is very good. And we'll have a look at constructors as well, because I have got the... So Ferrari will win constructors... Who did we have out for Aston Martin? Anyone today? Or was that
Emeleki was.
Yeah, okay. So, but Mercedes with Desavest scoring as well as SS7. Ooh, that might make it interesting. Okay, so Mercedes might be stealing second place in the constructors today as well.
I actually don't have the constructors in my spreadsheet, so that one I'll have to look at and see how that one plays out. I didn't set that one up in there at the time. Ferrari, but I will have it set up for next season.
Yeah, Ferrari had 102 at the end of the last race, and Aston had 91. Mercedes had 90. So that's how close it is between second and third. That's pretty tight. But then we got 60 points in the Alphas of Obo and Em Dorling. So
Davidt had to lift and coast for fuel.
well, you should have done what I did.
Yeah,
Get lapped.
I was super good on fuel. I was 2 over. I started 2 laps over and still finished, I think, plus like 0.1 over plus 0.1.
My only thought with that, David, is maybe that's the benefit of one of those benefits of traction control, because you're just not spinning those tyres. Or maybe
I don't know. Yeah, I genuinely don't know because I've not tried it, but it worked really well.
Because my fuel just disappeared, so I literally had -1 when I came over the line, if not a little bit more. So, very good, very good. All right, I think we're going to leave it there for this week.
Hold on. Don't forget about we got Wednesday.
Oh, well, that's exactly where I'm going next. So let me bring up the calendar for Wednesday. We'll show that on the screen for all of our viewers. So we are round 7, and we're definitely not done with the Elite League yet. So round 7 of 10. We are in Hungary on Wednesday. It's just a feature race, so we'll be live with racing at 8 p.m, but we'll be starting the stream at 7:45 p.m. UK time for that one. We'll take a look at where all of our drivers are, but it is very, very tight. M1 has stolen a little bit more of a lead after their victory in Silverstone, but don't count out a number of our other drivers, particularly if Charlie Ark is back, Roadrunner is back, and of course David T will be back. So
yes.
David, what would be a success for you on Wednesday?
Finishing the race and just having fun and having some good battles in it. That's what I'm really looking forward to, because it's been a long time. It's been since Qatar since I've done it on a Wednesday, and I don't expect to have a repeat of Qatar, but as long as it's a fun one, I would be happy with it. So
I'm pretty sure it will.
If I sneak a podium, I will be absolutely ecstatic.
Well, if you can steer clear of track limits, and if you can stay within a few seconds of the drivers in front, I think you'll stand a chance. You know that track well. Emma Leckie goes well around Hungary as well.
I'm expecting Emma Leckie to make a strong showing next week. He did in Zandvoort. He can't be counted out for the win this week, because I think he'll be a really good shout for it.
And there'll be so many close battles like we had last week. And if M1 and MAC-T get together with SS7 again, I could easily see 6, 7, 8 cars fighting for the victory on Wednesday. So very much looking forward to that one. I think no Rio this week, but I think Toby will be back, as will Pete, and hopefully Pete is recovered from his illness as well. So I think we'll have some pretty decent racing to talk about on Wednesday evening. All right, David, I'm going to let you go. Thanks ever so much for being with us today. I've had a great time. Hope you have too.
I definitely have. It was a fun one out there today.
And if Spicy is still with us watching, thanks ever so much for coming in on the chat. Maybe come and join us for the next Ironman, the final Ironman, wherever that may be, which we'll find out an hour before that starts, which will be on, I think, the Sunday 2 weeks' time. So the last weekend in May. So we shall look forward to that. All right, folks, thanks ever so much for watching. Thanks for being here. Thanks to our drivers for participating. And congratulations to MAC-T on another victory. We will see you all next time on M1 Racing with the G-Force Racing Elite League on Wednesday. Until then, take care, and we'll see you all very soon. Bye for now.